Okay, so this is lesson 9.7, which is calculating the surface area and volume of a sphere. So first of all, what is a sphere? A sphere is the set of all points in a 3D space that are the same distance r from a given point known as its center. So think about like a basketball or a soccer ball, any of those things, those are spheres, where every single point is the same distance from the center. So first off, this is the center, and it is the center because it is an equal distance from every single point on the sphere, right? Imagine if this is a ball, then all of those, the outside of the figure is the same distance from the center, and that would be the radius. Another key vocabulary word that's good to know is what's called the great circle. The great circle, right, it's a circle that goes around the largest part of the sphere. So this would be the great circle because it goes all the way around, and all of these points are an equal distance from the center. A non-example would be like this. This is not a great circle because it doesn't go through the center. The center has to be there, okay? Yeah, so words to label. Surface area of a sphere is 4 pi r squared, and the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. You could also think of this one as 4 pi r cubed divided by 3. And so what's a way that you could remember this formula? Notice that both of them have this 4 pi r part. Both of them do. So you remember that both of them have the 4 pi r part. And then the way that I remember it, at least, is I remember that surface area is always unit squared. So it has the squared part. Unit squared is surface area, and therefore it is 4 pi r squared. Versus volume is always units cubed. So volume will be 4 pi r cubed, and also put the 3 underneath. So that's something that I kind of try and remember it if you're struggling to memorize it. Either way, you have to memorize it. So let's do 3 examples together. We need to find the surface area of the sphere. So surface area is 4 pi r squared, and the radius is 7. So surface area is 4 pi times 7 squared, which is 4 pi times 49. So the surface area is 4 times 49. I need to do a little bit of scratch work. 36. 4 times 4 is 16, 17, 18, 19. So 196 pi meters squared. Always remember your units. So pretty straightforward. Number 2, a sphere has a diameter of 10 centimeters. So let me just draw a sphere really quickly. I'll draw the great circle in. And it says the diameter is 10 centimeters. So that means that each radius is 5. Find the approximate, so we're going to multiply by 3, surface area and volume. So let's start with surface area first. Surface area is 4 pi r squared. So we need the radius. The diameter is 10, which means that the radius is actually just 5. So 4 pi times 5 squared. 4 pi times 25. So that's 100 pi. We need to approximate. So we're going to multiply by 3 to get rid of the pi. So that's 100 times 3, which means that our surface area is approximately 300 centimeters squared. Okay. Let's go ahead and do the volume. I've run out of room, so I'll grab another piece of paper. The volume will be 4 pi r and cubed divided by 3. So I remember the 3's. So 4 pi times the radius, which is 5, cubed, divided by 3. Okay, we need to simplify. So this is 4 pi 5 cubed is 5 times 5 times 5. 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. 4 times 125, so times 4, 8, 9, 10, 4, 5 is 500 pi divided by 3. You can quickly ask yourself if 500 can be reduced by 3. And I don't believe that it can be, so we'll add in our units, which are centimeters cubed. Okay. All right. Last example. This says a sphere has a volume of 500 pi divided by 3. Find the surface area. So it says the volume is 500 pi divided by 3, and we need to ultimately find the surface area. So I know my volume formula, which is 4 pi r cubed divided by 3. So I'm going to go ahead and substitute this in for V. So 500 pi divided by 3 is equal to 4 pi r cubed divided by 3. We can cross multiply if we want to. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So this is 3 times 500 pi is equal to 3 times 4 pi r cubed. Our whole goal is to isolate the r, so we're going to divide both sides by 3 times 4 times pi. I did this so that I can reduce things, like the pi's and the 3's. And then we need 500 divided by 4, which is 125. Oops, no. So 125 equals r cubed, and we're going to cube root both sides, which means we're looking for one number times itself 3 times. And the cubed root 125 is 25 times 5, which is 5 times 5 times 5. So the cubed root of 125 is 5, and that's our radius. We're not solving for the radius, we're solving for the surface area, so quickly we'll substitute that into the surface area formula. 4 pi times 25, so the surface area is 100 pi centimeters squared. Make sure to use your answer key to help check your work on the practice.